The Price of Freedom, a wonderful story by King Emphas.
Juliana was just 13 when her world crumbled. Her mother, a woman full of light and laughter, died suddenly after a short illness. The day she was buried, something else was buried too, her father's heart. Mr. Martens, a strong, respected man in their community, became a ghost in his own home. Every day he sat in the sitting room, holding her mother's photo, whispering prayers to a woman who was never going to come back. But while he mourned his wife, he forgot he still had a daughter who needed him. Juliana felt abandoned, like a stranger in her own home. At first, she tried to talk to her dad, to sit with him and cry together. But he shut her out again and again. Her grief turned into anger. Her pain grew into rebellion. By the time she was 18, Juliana had changed. The sweet, gentle girl became a tough, sharp-tongued adult. She started missing school, staying out late, and hanging out with older boys. Her father, finally waking up from his sorrow, tried to pull her back. But it was too late. "You don't get to be my father now," she shouted one night when he confronted her. "Where were you when I needed you?" Mr. Martens was heartbroken but determined. In desperation, he tried to scare her straight. One night, after she refused to come home for 2 days, he reported her to the police for being unruly. She was taken to the station for a night. That's where she met him, Bobby J. Bobby J was slick-talking, flashy, and full of fake American swagger. He claimed he just returned from the US, but in truth, he had fled after stealing money from his older wife abroad. Now in Nigeria, he was living large on stolen cash, and he had a thing for young girls. Juliana, lost and desperate for attention, fell into his trap. He was old, easily her father's age, but to Juliana, he was the only one who made her feel wanted. They started seeing each other in secret, and soon, she was spending nights with him in shady hotels, skipping school, and lying to her father. Her best friend Natasha noticed the change. "Julie," she said one afternoon, "this man is dangerous. He's too old. He doesn't love you, he's using you." But Juliana waved her off. "You don't understand me, Natasha. Nobody does. At least he cares about me." And every time her father asked where she was, Natasha was forced to cover for her friend. One day, Mr. Martens followed her. What he saw broke him, his teenage daughter holding hands and laughing with a man who could have been her uncle. When he confronted Bobby J at the compound, rage overtook him. He grabbed his machete and chased the man out of the area, warning him never to come near Juliana again. But Juliana, blind with pride and confusion, refused to see the truth. She lashed out at her father. "You never cared about me before. You don't get to tell me what to do now." Weeks passed. Then came the news: Juliana was pregnant. Mr. Martens was shattered. He looked at his daughter, the same girl who used to sit on his lap while her mother braided her hair, and saw a stranger. In frustration and pain, he told her to leave. "You wanted freedom, Juliana," he said, voice heavy. "Now you have it. But not under my roof." Juliana begged him, crying on her knees, swollen with regret and the life growing inside her. "Daddy, please. I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. Please, forgive me." But his heart had hardened, and his back was turned. With her belongings in a small bag and tears falling like rain, Juliana stepped into the cold world alone, no mother, no father, no Bobby J, only a baby on the way and a future she could no longer see. And as she walked away from the house she once called home, the words of Natasha echoed in her mind. Regret, pain, and silence became her new companions. But somewhere deep in her heart, a quiet hope whispered, "Maybe someday, I'll find my way back."
Story to be continued. If you like the story, please share to your loved ones. Comment your review, like, and subscribe. Part 2 coming soon.